not Friends fan, but all of us are Tripling fan, I'm very sure.
Oh, so
So let's
sweet.
talk about that.
Baba, you're beautiful to
What
आपको
a
पता ही नहीं है.
fantastic segue from Friends to Tripling. Sorry.
Yeah. So, first of all, I want to know, we left off in the last season. Manvi, your character Chanchal was pregnant and she was expecting a baby, and she was back with Pranav. So, starting off in season three, where's she now? Like many fans are asking, where's the baby on the family trip?
So they'll have to watch the show to know where the baby is, if there is a baby, and where that baby is. And otherwise, I think, a lot of it in Chanchal's life, a lot of things have changed, but they're still very, very much the same. So in terms of her, like, she's still very frustrated with her life that is expected of her in the palace with her husband and all of that. So that's a constant. But now there are other problems in her life. There's her parents' separation. Then they're going through some personal strain. She and Pranav, which is either the cause or the effect of the parents' decision. So we'll just have to watch the show for that. Yeah, October 21st, only on Z5.
And Amol, what about Chitvan? He had this girlfriend and he had this baby, if you call it. He had a son. And where are these people in season three?
We will find out in season 3 where they are. Probably there is a reason why we don't get to see them in the trailer, because we want people to ask these questions. कि भाई किधर है, चीता कहाँ है? A lot of people ask me this question personally. A lot of people ask this question in the comments. कि, cheetah, they want to see cheetah. Now, if there is cheetah in this season or not, we will find out in on 21st October, as Manvi said, because उससे पहले सब बता देंगे तो 21 को फिर देखने को क्या रह जाएगा. But it is, of course, it is a continuation of that story for sure.
Okay. So, Manvi, you mentioned in one of your earlier interviews that, because both of the seasons you were mostly working with male actors, Chandan and Chitvan and Pranav and everyone else. And this time, finally, you will be working with your mom, Sharnaz. So, how has that, how did that experience feel? How did that change?
Uh, I love having Shanaz on set. Maybe actually, now that you point out, maybe it has to do with the fact that there's another female, and that subconsciously gives me comfort. But I think it's more than that. It's just the person that she is. I really like. She's such a warm person, and she's such a good actor. She's damn funny. So like, I chill with her between shots. And it's very easy to get along with her, and I'm very fond of her, so it's anyway great to have her on set. And of course, like you said, there's more of her in this season. So and in general, I think both the parents, the three siblings, Pranav, there are a few other characters also, which may be old, which may be new, but you like it was a biggish group this time, and we quite even our director is new. Like every season we've had a different director. Neeraj, who's directed season 3, he's also a friend of ours from before. So it was like a big reunion or whatever, like a party where we all kind of people who knew each other and liked each other had gotten together to make something and get paid for it. So and go on a vacation, travel. So it was all lots of fun, and I don't think it's a because Amol and Sumeet are otherwise, although they're male, but I mean that's never. We also have it like we're
They're
quite,
nice males.
huh?
They're nice males.
Yeah. So
Thank you for laughing, Manvi.
I'm sorry. I had a joke in my head, then I realized it's a little inappropriate, so I stopped, and that's why I laughed aloud. But
You can text it to me separately.
yeah, sure, sure. So yeah, so no, but it's always been very comfortable with them. I've never felt alienated or alone because of being a female on that set. In fact, I get to bully everyone because I'm the only female. So a lot of the times I'll just be like, guys, you don't understand because you're men, you won't, and they're like, yeah, okay. So then I get away with a lot also, I feel, and yeah, it's fun.
sometimes they really don't understand, so we can take that benefit there. Okay, back to Amol. I heard that tripling was kind of a tukka for you because tukka for you because you didn't even know the script before you signed it. You just you decided to do this project, and the writing and everything and casting and everything was to be done. But after you have done this show, how have you formulated your choosing process? How do you select scripts and which one you say yes to, which one you say no to? Has there been a formula to it?
Um, there is, I mean, we all devise our own formulas. For me, one basic formula, जो मतलब जिसमें कुछ नया नहीं है, जो सबका शायद है, is, I mean, it's script plus director. Because I also saw after tripling, when when you start with work, you saw that sometimes the best of scripts in the wrong hands. Uh, and the wrong hands, I don't mean that the director doesn't know direction. It's just that it's, the story probably is not the right story for this person or this storyteller. And the best of scripts just like don't work or they fall flat. And I have seen some things that seem very normal on paper, very average, but a great storyteller who is invested in that story has been able to make some magic out of it. तो वो combination मुझे हमेशा से लगा is the combination to look out for. Of course हर बार ऐसा नहीं होता है कि दोनों चीजें एकदम ही outstanding होती है या एकदम perfect fit होता है. So you kind of in those places you learn to own your instincts. कि instinctively आपको कैसा feel हो रहा है कि ये कहानी है और ये team है और ये crew है, तो इसका क्या बन के आएगा. Mostly, thankfully, so far what has happened is that my instincts have been validated by what has happened, because and it doesn't mean that I've only done things that have been great, but at least when you're doing it, you gotta know where this is going. And that has been mostly वही होता है जो मैंने सोचा होता है. ट्रिपलिंग के केस, फर्स्ट सीजन के केस में ऐसा नहीं था, बिकॉज मुझे बिल्कुल आइडिया नहीं था कि क्या हो रहा है और ये अच्छा है या बुरा है या क्या है. बिकॉज मैं बहुत ज्यादा कैरेक्टर के प्रेशर में था, शो के प्रेशर में था. मेरे लिए फर्स्ट टाइम था वेयर आई वाज a major part of a story, one of the primary characters. You feel the pressure of that also, कि अगर ये work नहीं किया तो लोग आप पे ही बोलेंगे. पहले तो आप साइड में खड़े रहते हो, आपके ऊपर प्रेशर नहीं आता है. तो वो, but वहाँ पे at least what that taught me was that when you don't know what's happening, when you have no idea or your instincts are just like are unsure, then you trust the instinct of somebody you trust. You trust the instinct of your co-actor, of your director. That is when you need your director the most, because बहुत बार बहुत चीजें करते हुए आपको नहीं पता होता है कि ये सही कर रहा हूँ मैं या गलत कर रहा हूँ. और sometimes you have to find the conviction inside you कि यार ये मुझे बोल तो रहे हैं करने को, लेकिन मैं अंदर से कैसे लेके आऊँ. And it is when you have somebody you trust, somewhere you trust instinctively कि यार अगर ये इंसान बोल रहा है तो कुछ सही बोल रहा होगा. तो अगर ये बोल रहा है कि बेटा पहाड़ से कूद जाओ तो मैं कूद जाता हूँ. It's okay, it's fine. So I mean emotionally I meant, not physically. But so yeah, so I think that trust is very important in the filmmaker at least, or the team behind the film. And that has been one of the major variables in my equation when I decide to do something on this, I think.
Okay. So you guys have been working on tripling on and off for I guess 7-8 years. All 3 seasons. So have all 3 of you, Sumit, and you guys have developed a sibling bond off screen as well?
Yeah, I think so. Like I mean, and anyway, I think this happens with me a lot, that somehow the kind of relationship my character has with other characters, somehow like remnants of it or shades of it come onto my real life also with that actor who's playing that part. So even in this case, there's a sense of that sibling camaraderie that you share in the show, which happens with the 3 of us off screen. Like with Sumeet, I have that slight elder brother thing. I'll ask him things, I'll seek his advice. With Amol, there's a little bit of chup karna, kya bol raha hai, ye wala, like, and like hitting him and bullying him. Sumeet bullies both of us. I bully Amol. I sometimes bully Sumeet. Amol tries to bully the two of us. So there's a lot of like roasting and
We're
all.
all bullies. Amanda, we're all bullies.
I mean, we're always roasting each other, but it all comes from a nice place. It all comes from,
Bullying season 3.
Roasting is the right word, maybe.
yeah,
Roasting season 3.
a nice word. Yeah. So let's go with that. So yeah, we roast each other quite often, but it's always from a very warm place, love, much like the show.
What about you, Amol?
Yeah, yeah, we all bully. I get bullied. I bully. But this is, see, also because it is not that we met each other on season 1. We all already had a certain kind of equation, which was friendly, which was knowing each other beyond just the pleasantries of life. We had spent time with each other, we had worked with each other. Sumeet had directed us, me and Maanvi, in a play. So वो रिश्ते बहुत पुराने जाते हैं, and we've seen each other grow through life. We've all been poor, for lack of a better word, together at the same time. We had the same anxieties, we had the same problems, and we've seen each other's career graphs also. 10 साल में बहुत कुछ देख लेते हो आप. It's like a full 3-4 फिल्मों का screenplay है उसके अंदर. So in that sense, there is already a level of comfort and bonding which exists or which existed. Season 1 होने से पहले, season 1 होता कि नहीं होता उससे फर्क नहीं पड़ता, already था. And what this show has done, of course, when you do something together, when you create something together, and that turns out to be a good thing and people like it, it brings you even closer. And there is a sense, आपकी एक जो sense of team है वो आपकी बन जाती है, काफी strong. कि अगर कोई चीज नहीं चलती है तो उसके सीजन्स नहीं बनते हैं, फिर लोग भी आगे चले जाते हैं, दूसरा काम करने लगते हैं. तो जब कोई चीज अच्छी होती है, उससे फायदा होता है, उससे अच्छा लगता है, लोग उसके बारे में बात करते हैं, आप उसके बारे में बात करते हो, लोग आपसे मिलके पूछते हैं सुमित कैसे है, मानवी कैसे. We have been answering these questions for 7 years now, 6 years. So we have been talking about each other, we spend time with each other, we work with each other, we enjoy the show.
Yeah, solid.
Yeah, bump pata asman mein.
Yeah, that was a show.
That was the sound effect on my dialogue, dramatic dialogue.
Yeah.
ये हमारी bonding 3D है.
Okay.
Is what I was trying to say. If you, I don't know, दिल चाहता है generation or not. दिल चाहता है देखिए आपने?
Yeah, yes, of course.
नहीं पता नहीं, मुझे ही पूछना चाहिए, आपने बोला friends से मुझे.
नहीं, I'm a Bollywood fan first. Sitcoms fan later. Talking about favorites, what have been your favorite characters on the show? I mean, Chitvan is everyone's favorite. He's writer's favorite. He's fans' favorite. But अगर आपसे personally पूछा जाए तो आपको कौन सा character पसंद है ट्रिपलिंग में?
तेरी turn है.
Are you also thinking? Are you not thinking? I was thinking.
No, okay.
I thought you know your answer.
No, am I also answering this?
Yeah.
Of course.
Acha, okay. Then let me think.
Chanchal ही बोल देते हैं फिर.
My favorite character is also Chitvan, but if we have to answer outside of Chitvan, then maybe Pranav, because I would love to play a character that is so. I mean, he's the wildest character next to Chitvan, right? Like next in line. Chitvan is the wildest character. Then comes Pranav, because he just he has so much scope, right? Like he goes from this royal thing to this chapri, like, or not even chapri, but like our kind of like someone who talks colloquially, in a way similar to ours. तो वो मुझे बहुत interesting लगता है वो shift, and that's also reflective of the shift in personalities, right? Because like from him pretending to be this person, he suddenly goes into this really regular guy who's like trying hard to kind of get through life peacefully, keep people happy, keep his wife happy, be dutiful towards his family and praja as he calls it, but nahi ho raha hai usse, and he's not that guy. He's just essentially not that guy, but he's trying, like he's So he's also endearing as a character, मुझे ऐसा लगता है, and it would be fun to play that part.
So I was saying that Chanchal is I feel that she also has multiple personalities. Like you know, on one hand, she's this protected sister when it comes to Sumit, and then she is an MLA, and then she's this fierce wife who goes all the way to travels all these places to search for her husband. Uh, which part of her personality do you relate to most?
I actually relate to season 1 Chanchal a lot, which is that she's also like, she's found herself in this situation. She doesn't feel as stuck as Pranav does, but usko hai ki yaar, wait 1 second, how did we get here? Like, how did I get here? I was on a great path. Like, I was a normal fun girl. I was in college. I met this guy, fell in love. We got married, and now like suddenly I've come here and I didn't sign up for this, and she can't share it with anybody because nobody will get it. In fact, people on the contrary will be like, oh, are tu rani hai yaar, like, who gets to say that in real life, like that you're a queen, you're a princess, whatever, and why are you complaining, and are you ungrateful little bitch or something, and she's just trying to. And then, of course, she feels the absence of her brothers, who she wish were there for her as support, and her family. I mean, everything, So she's just like in a state of like, yeah. I mean, I didn't. What is happening? Like, she doesn't know where her life is going, how to fix it, how to take stock of it. Similarly, in season 2. That MLA and all thing was just a little, like, I think a little bit of a digression for her character, just to kind of, that was to get Bhabisa and everybody off her back. Her husband, of course, she went looking for because he suddenly like upped and vanished, and she kind of wanted to go and find him and be like, bloody, just come here and you sort this out. मुझे क्यों अकेले छोड़ दिया? And yeah, plus उनकी अपनी problem. She just wants अब उसकी जो रिलेशनशिप्स है वो सही रहे, एंड क्योंकि थोड़ा सा भी उसमें ग्लिच आता है, इट बॉदर्स हर. वही उसका पेरेंट्स के साथ है, वही उसका ब्रदर्स के साथ है, वही उसका हस्बैंड के साथ है, बट अनफॉर्चुनेटली ग्लिचेस तो आएंगे हमेशा हर रिलेशनशिप में. उसको बस ये समझना है दैट it's not her responsibility to fix every glitch, nor is it her it's not because of her either. So just उसको, like, she needs to learn to chill. So yeah, that was your question, right? I'm sorry, what was it?
And that what part of you answered it basically.
Okay, I answered it. Okay.
One last question I asked this to Sumit as well when I spoke to him recently. There were a few criticism when second season came, and he said that he's really looking forward. He has corrected those mistakes in season 3. So how did you two address those few, but the criticism that the second season got? How was it for you?
Amol?
As in, did you feel those?
If you ask me personally, I didn't get the criticism. In the sense that it is not like somebody spoke to me and said कि आपने खराब किया या आप क्या कर रहे थे यार, चितवन तो ऐसा था वैसा था. If at all, what happens, I think, is when you make a season 1, you make it more from instinct. जो आपको सही लगता है आप करते हो and you hope कि वो work करेगा. And season 2, what happens is sometimes you fall into the trap of now trying to repeat the success of season 1, and now you know what worked, what didn't work, and that knowledge can be a big burden on you because you try to start to maybe try to do the same thing that you did in season 1, but you also want to make it new, but you also want to try something. So in that sense, I guess the writers and the makers tried a lot of things, but I haven't met anyone who said that as actors we faltered or we did anything that was out of place. So again, when I come into season 3, thankfully I don't have to worry about season 2 में मैंने बड़ा खराब किया था, अभी मुझे वापस से ठीक करना है. It is probably a pressure or a headache that the makers are taking because they also took the criticism. Like, I only hear from them when they say कि यार नहीं उतना अच्छा response नहीं आया, because मुझे तो लगा कि मुझे तो प्यार ही मिल रहा है. मैं तो सीजन 1 में भी प्यार मिला, मेरे को तो अच्छे मैसेज ही आ रहे हैं, मुझे तो लोग आई लव यू ही भेज रहे हैं, तो मुझे उतना डिफरेंस नहीं दिख रहा है. बट मे बी the makers of the show felt a certain difference, or the response didn't meet the expectations that they had, and therefore they feel that कुछ हो सकता है. And और मुझे लोग मिलते हैं जो बोलते हैं कि मुझे मेरा सीजन 1 फेवरेट है, कोई बोलता है मेरा सीजन 2 फेवरेट है. मुझे हर तरह के लोग मिलते हैं, और कुछ लोग तो ये सब बोलते भी नहीं है, वो बोलते हैं आई लव द शो बाबा. सो क्लियरली इतना तो नहीं, ऐसा तो नहीं था कि लोग ने रिजेक्ट ही कर दिया शो. Also, we were competing with ourselves. That was also a problem. No one ever said that this season is better than that show, or वो वाले show better था, आपका season खराब था. Which is what people, if at all they're doing, is that they're comparing the two seasons of the same show. So we are basically, if at all, अगर कोई बोल रहा है कि थोड़ी कमी रह गई, तो वो हमसे ही कंपेयर करके बोल रहा है कि यार जो आपने पहले किया था वो वाली बात नहीं थी इसमें. It's not like it has been compared to some other show or some other thing or some absolute scale of goodness or badness. So long answer short, I didn't feel the need to fix anything, because I don't think as actors there was any difference in the amount of love and appreciation. In fact, I mean, season 2 gave me a bunch of best actor awards. I mean, तो वो मेरे लिए तो है कि अच्छा, मुझे तो नहीं, मैंने तो अच्छा काम किया था, मुझे तो अवार्ड भी मिले, मुझे तो प्यार भी मिला. तो मुझे सीजन 3 करते हुए वैसा फील नहीं हुआ कि मुझे कुछ फिक्स करना है.
Okay. It was lovely talking to you guys, and all the best. And I'm gonna
Okay.
stream it on 21st for sure.
Please watch the show.
Okay. Thank you.